What's up, guys? We're back in Transport Fever 2, and we are currently looking at the first of the video. We're currently looking at the train that we set up in the first episode of the new map. Now, as I say, new map, existing series. So that's that, really. But would you look at this? This is the small bloomer of the London Northwestern, and it's just much nicer than the big bloomer that you get from 1850. So starting in 1860 has been a real help. Now, this looks very bleak. Minus 259,000. And earnings are at minus 264. Now, that means that we're not going to be doing much this episode. We're just going to be sort of looking at, well, we didn't really have much set up. Let's look at our loan, see if we can... we're quite high on the loan. That's the issue here, I think. That is definitely an issue there. Now in Bolsover, we have 12 people waiting to go to Wells, and they, lag. They will board this train, which has 11 people on board. This is train 1, it's got 2 people on board, and it's going to Bolton. As I'd expect. Because we have only got 3 stations on the map. We were just at Bolsover. That one's going to Wells, so that one must be going to Bolton. Right, we also have a bus route set up in Bolsover, and this is just for the sole purpose of getting people from the residential up here at the top of Bolsover to the train station down here at the bottom of Bolsover. From Bolsover, the railway line then comes out straight and ends up in Wells, which, as we can see here, catches most of the residential anyway. Now, that's now arriving into Bolsover. I'm trying to be a bit more careful with how I move the camera around, because there's still a bit of lag. That said, a new version of OBS came out probably in the last week, and I got a message like, there's a new update and it does this, and this. Update now, maybe? And I was like, what does it do? So I looked, and reduced lag when using certain encoders, and I'm like, that is what I need. I need reduced lag, because, like, that's where all the issues were. So, like, the video was fine. The video is always fine. Oh, not the video, the gameplay. Like, what I'm seeing has always been fine since starting using OBS. But the video is what comes out the really jerky, horrible mess. And in the first episode was pretty much unwatchable. I say pretty much as if there was something watchable about it. But yeah, that's sort of what happened. So, and it said reduce lag when you run it as administrator. So I've run it I have run it as administrator. There we go. English, speak it. It's your first language. Thanks. So yeah, run that as administrator. So we'll see how this turns out. My PC is making a heck of a lot of noise. Not that you can hear it though. Hopefully. Do actually comment, because I don't like wearing headphones. Actually, my main headphones don't work anymore. They snapped at the headband. So, I'm not wearing headphones. I don't really like wearing headphones in the house. My ears just get very hot. So, I'm not wearing headphones, yeah. And I haven't worn headphones for the past of this series. I'm just talking in circles. Get to the point, man. Okay. Start again. I'm not wearing headphones. I haven't worn headphones for the entirety of this series so far, and my current ones are broken, so there isn't much I can do about that for now. If you can hear the audio coming out of my speakers as well as what's coming from the game, do let me know. Like I said, there probably isn't much I'm going to be able to do about that for the moment, but at least I'll then know that it is an issue. So that when I get a new pair of headphones, whenever that is, it's not high on my list of priorities, but when I do get a new pair of headphones, I will be wearing them for recording videos. So, plans for today. Well, I'm funny, aren't I? You're really not. Okay. Why am I such a downer on myself? Oh well. Now, I see these farms. These 4 farms. I've just sent the camera flying. I see these 4 farms. And these 3 towns, Clevedon, Somerton and Wells. And I see this food plant. And I'm like, this food plant wants grain. I have 4 farms here that can give me grain. And then these 3 towns want food. And I have this food plant that can give them food. But I don't have the money to give me trains, to give me... Start again. I don't have the money to give me vehicle, to give me grain, to give the farm, which means I do not have food to give these towns for the moment. However, just in the time we've been sitting here, our fortunes have turned around. I won't say dramatically. It's worse than they were at the start of the video, but if you were watching this number, which I'm quite prone to doing on other people's Let's Plays, I'm just sort of looking and like, just like, what's going on here? But yeah, so if you've been watching that, you'll know that it went really down, but now we're back up. Like, it went down to minus 480 is what I saw. This train is carrying... No, the train is carrying nobody. That's great. How many is it going to pick up? Nowhere. Oh, 1 person. Wow. Okay, let's look at our lines. Not that line. This line panel. Rail Wells Bolton is currently running at just over half capacity. Okay. And it is in profit. Bolsover Inner is running at half capacity and is currently losing us ever so slightly some money. So this will turn itself around by itself just as we are now. However, I'm not going to do that. I am going to sell this train. Boom. Done. I am now in profit. Or I am now in the good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend that on strengthening this train. So, manage a vehicle. Not yet. Edit selected vehicle? Is that the right one? Yes, it is. Wow. You couldn't do this in your game. And I'm going to add just one, no, I'm going to add 2 more. And that will cost me 400,000, which will bring me back down to 300,000, but it's 300,000 in a good. So I have this longer train now. It carries 30. And if I look, 1 person is waiting to go to Bolton. Now, I know you're thinking, what? You just halved your frequency. I know I have. But we were running at half capacity. So, I've effectively, right, if you think about it in terms of capacity per time period, I've only reduced my frequency by 25% because I've also increased the length of one of the trains by half. Well, I've also increased the length of the train by half. So, this should allow much more profit, more of the monies, more of the good to come from this. If you get my gist, that is. Right, so what I'm thinking of for this goods network is we're going to have a hub here, just sort of north of the Bolsover goods factory. And we're going to start with grain, going from there to this hub that will be here. It will drop off the grain at the hub that will be there. And then another train will take the grain and it will go to the Clevedon food processing plant, where it will be turned into food. Then that train will take the food back to the hub, and from the hub there will be a train that joins the passenger line and goes up to a station in Clevedon, another one that from Clevedon continues round on a goods line to Somerton, because there's no way I'm doing that with passengers, or at least not from this line, because that just creates a loop and that's ugly. And then a third one that goes out from here, follows the grain line and then splits off here and stops in Wells. And that will get these 3 towns served with served with an initial helping of food. That said, I don't think we're quite ready for that, given that our bank account still only has 6 digits. I would also like to point out that I have college tomorrow, and I'm recording this at 10:35 at night. So there's a thing. Also, I feel like I have more energy in this episode than I have in the other ones combined. I don't know, I just feel... Maybe it's just that I'm getting more comfortable with talking to myself, which is something I do all the time anyway? I'm confusing myself, please give me a break. So, hang on, where's the train? I've lost the train. It's carrying 2 people. Oh, look at that profit. That's the train's profit. Oh look, profit is almost double what it was. Now, if that is not something, then I don't know what is. It depends what that's something. So shut up. Formalities be damned. But would you look at this lovely station? I doubt Bolton has such wonderful a station in real life as it does in this game. I'm going to look up Bolton Station to make sure I haven't just made a fool of myself. If I could spell Bolton right. It's literally on your screen twice. Yeah, not maps. I clicked the wrong button. Bolton has a more fabulous station in real life, mainly because it's a junction. 27,000, all of the money. So if we keep looking... Ah, Southall, I've been there. Oh, hello. I hear money noises. That grain farm. To that food processing plant. To Burgess Hill, all the way over there. Or even Louth, all the way over there, or Wandsworth. Beccles. I don't think this food processing plant is going to cut it. We're going to need more. Oh look, there's one at Portsmouth. Okay. This map is really good for freight. Mainly because I turned the industries up a notch or 2 from the other map, which was horrible for freight. There is the Wells to Bolton passenger train. Woot. Yeah, well, see, we're in the green. We're making money. Well, you know, I'm gonna turn the speed up a bit. Let the money come in. And would you look at Bolsover, this little goodness of a town. Bolsover wants goods and fuel. Okay. goods and fuel feel like more advanced chains. That said, there's an oil mine, an oil well literally right there. But where is the refinery? There has to be a refinery somewhere. Where you have oil, there must be a refinery. I can't find one so far. Oh no, there's one. Well, you know, that's not a bad little run. Do that on the train. But Bolsover wants fuel, as does Wells. So what we can do is go from Bolsover Royal Well, join the main line here, and here, Sevenoaks Fuel Refinery, bring it back. And the other places want, and Bolsover wants goods for the commercial. Well, we have a goods factory right here, and as part of goods, we need 1 plastic and 1 steel. See, that's a more complex chain. What isn't a more complex chain is construction materials. Look, we can do that right here. We have 2 quarries even to support the construction materials plant, which is quite good. I think they're quarries. Yes. Oh, what's happened? Did I pay a loan? No, it's that we entered a new financial year thing. Okay. So basically, that is about to make us good again. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Panic over. Okay, seriously, what towns? Oh, Keswick. And Louth and Axminster. I will be chopping and changing my pronunciation of Louth, Luth, probably more that I can't think of right now, throughout the series, and you're just going to have to deal with it because it's not Leighton, and therefore I'm not changing it to Leytonstone. Okay? Good. Probably the same with Keswick. I'm probably going to alternate between Keswick and Keswick. Just because I'm from London, and we have a place that ends in W-I-C-K, and we call it Chiswick. Southall, I'm from London, Southall is in London. Mansfield, that's just easy. Where's the Wandsworth? That's in London. I'm not even going to begin. Sevenoaks, I don't live near there, but it's in my county that I live in now. Where's another one? Oh, I feel some Gravesend. See, that's a bit closer to me. Felixstowe, I've been there, actually. And just like in real life, it's next to water. Hythe, I think that's in Kent. Sutton, that's in South London. Stoke-on-Trent, that's like up north somewhere. Lincoln, that's in Lincolnshire. Wow. Great Yarmouth, unlike Great Yarmouth in real life, it's quite far inland. And across the river from Felixstowe. I call this Litchett Minster. It's probably something else, but Litchett Minster sounds really nice. Leamington Spa, been on a train that would have stopped there. Same for Kettering. And Yarm. Whittam, I've been through there several times on the train. As for Potter's Bar. Okay, why do we have Wells and Wells next to the sea? Are they 2 different towns? Oh, Maidstone. That's rather close, actually. I'm going to name one of the towns on this map Leytonstone, just because local pride, I guess. And I'm going to sacrifice... Oh dear, I just knocked my keyboard. I am going to sacrifice to turn into Leytonstone the one that I'm going to be angering everyone with rather... No, let's not be nice to the people. I'm going to be sacrificing Ely, because it's a dump. There we go, Leytonstone. Now when I build a train station there, it will be called Leytonstone. Let's head back to our sort of trio of power, Wells, Bolsover and Bolton. At Bolton currently there are 7 people waiting, and the train has 8 people on it. Let's also open up this, and Bolsover Inner is making money. The train is flicking between making money and not. But I can get rid of all of the signals when I have money to get rid of the signals that are costing me 25 a month each. You know, just to make me happy, and take out an extra 500,000. And I am going to get rid of the signals very gently. It doesn't cost anything to get rid of the foliage. Yes! Seriously, there are like no signals on this route. They're not that big of an expenditure, really. That no I'm getting rid of. Going back to single track would be much better for the finances, but the double tracking is really good for future proofing. He says with single track stations on either end. And now the World Bolton train is leaving Bolsover with 7 on board. Right. What is the quickest, easiest goods route we can do? Bolton Farm, Clevedon Food Processing Plant to Clevedon. Yes. Starting out with food is always good. Always. Oh, mods. We have... Wait, where's Heckin? There's Heckin. Heckin makes your town look good. Okay, let's make it a long boy. And no platforms on one side so that we can just... Kaplonk. That we can just do an hecky. You know what? Let's do... When we can afford. Although I will not be getting rid of his fields. I don't know why he's a he, but he is. Okay, why are we losing money but the earnings are positive? That's why. I want to get something done this episode. Ooh, how much do we make when we drop off next? Hey, come back. Zoom. Look at this little engine. Look you. Eight of them. I wonder if I can replace this for less. So like, get a new train on. We're not looking to edit, we're looking to replace. Okay, so we have 1.4 million to spend. We don't necessarily need to go as fast as the 222 small bloomer that costs 600,000 from new. Yes, look newer for cheaper engines. That always works. Okay, shut up, you snarky bitch. The rocket performs better than the D13. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think we can replace it with anything. Yeah, I think the small bloomer is the best bang for the buck. I mean, that Crampton is also quick, but the old bloomer is way more expensive. This Baldwin is cheap. It's more expensive than the D13 though. Any savings are going to be with the coaches, I think. Right, these carry 6 and cost 251. These carry 5 and a 234. Okay. These carry 6 and a 141. I mean, I do like my modded trains, don't get me wrong. Well, they carry 7. No. I don't think there is a better option, to be honest. We have this lovely little train. Let's just make the most of it. I mean, look at how lovely he is. Look at how lovely little. I know that's not how grammar works. I know that isn't either. I think this episode is just going to be more of a recap because it's been a week type of episode. Oh, hello, forestry. Where's a plankery? There's a plankery. I don't know what we get. Oh, and there's a toolery. And there's Felix, though, who wants tools. And then we can also send from the plankery here, and we can feed the plankery with another loggery. I'm getting delusions of grandeur, please. Just make sure I don't get, like, run away with the idea. I can't speak. Yeah, don't make... Start again. Don't let me run away with these ideas. I am getting delusions of grandeur. I'm speaking in an overly posh accent. I might be having a crisis. Anyway. Okay, so this line is, how do we say, ugly. It's not nice, but what it should be is profitable. Yeah. And because Bolsover Inner is only carrying 4 people, we are going to sell this boy. Just because, like, yeah, we're only carrying 4 people at any one time. And those carts carry 4 people at any one time. However, that does mean there's only one of them now. See if there are any new carts. Okay, so there is the horse-drawn carriage and the stagecoach. They're the same, apart from the stagecoach is literally twice the power. Oh, the Troika! The Troika only carries 3, but costs less per year. And it's cheaper to buy. However, will we still be spending money on that upgrade? That is an important question. Where is it? Where's my thing gone? Oh, there it is. It is, yeah, we'd be paying about 5,000 for that upgrade. To be honest, it's not really an upgrade. But this is now arriving in Bolton with 2 on board. Because that screams profit. I think what I'm gonna do, I like seriously are adjusting the consist again. Yeah, pretty much. And 20,000 from those 2. That's not bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what this is a footpath, and I'm pretty sure it can grow buildings next to it. Let me have a look. Because if it can grow buildings, like, I would just be placing these everywhere. City, old two-way, country. No, we want footpaths that can carry buildings. Footpaths that cannot carry buildings. Oh, okay. That footpath will now be able to grow buildings. Now, what I like about this is that footpath, it now acts like a normal street, but cars can't drive on it. So you'll get buildings growing on either side of it, and it'll be like a nice pedestrianised area, which to me just feels really nice. Because it means later in the game, this road will be free from cars. Which I'm pretty sure I just said about 30 seconds before, saying it yet again. So, why say something only twice when you can say it more than twice? It means that road will be free of cars in the late game, which is good. Yeah, anyway, enough of my dry humour. It's not dry, it's positively shriveled up. And it's just become a prune at this point. Okay, let's get this thing sped up. Let's see, check the time again. It is 10:56. Bear in mind I have college tomorrow. Because I am a responsible human being. Not the going to college bit, the, 77,000, that's not bad. 11 people now. How many are waiting at Wells? 26. Okay, so we're not going to have a full train from Wells, which is kind of concerning. However, 27 of them are going to Bolsover, which means they're literally just going to hop one stop. But isn't that kind of poetic? It's the old little tiny train. Then you've got Wells, which is just tiny. That nice. Anywho, please let Bolton be about the same. Oh, it's on its way. Bolsover is growing. It's actually on its way to 144 residents. Not bad. Wells It's on its way to... Oh no. Yeah. Wells is on its way to 70. I hope the video isn't too laggy. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. Oh, look at that lovely... Bolsover. 5 to Bolton. Okay. Slow it down so you can click it. Speed it back up again. How much money do we make here? 240,000, and now 6 people from here to Bolton. That's gonna go. That's a word. Probably is. It's gonna come around the bend though. Jeez, yawning. It's that time of day when I should be asleep, but I'm not, because I train. Yes. So, yeah, Bolton train do exist. That made money. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to... What are you gonna do? I am going to... That. Yes, well done. You used a word. So I have this little loop now. What am I going to do with the little loop, I hear you asking? No one's really asking that, are they, though? I think I'm a dick to myself sometimes. Me, myself, and I, we have this sort of... this dynamic. Oh, Wells, you did... Wells did just, and now I have no money. That's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. Try tapping that first time. So here we have like a little loop. And in Bolsover, where we also have a little loop, I'm going to add one to the doodaddy, which sounds something. Add one to the do-what, and encourage the locals to build out towards the edge. This is what I did in Transport Fever 1. I have no idea if it's going to work again. Have a stop on the outskirts of the town in the hopes that someone might someday build. And then I'm going to have these stop right outside the station. And I'm going to set up a new line. In competition with the train, probably cannibalizing it somewhat. But just to get more people travelling between Wells and Bolton. And we will have this be second red from the bottom. And road. Bolsover to Wells. And we are going to buy 7 of those and set them onto Bolsover wells. That one of these does a loop. That's kind of funny. Just, today I found out I'm really quite easily amused by like everything. So that's our batch of investment for this episode. It's just been more of a English, speak it, it's your first language. Okay, starting again. It's just been more of a sort of recap because it's been a week and you've probably all forgotten what my network is by now. I say network, it's like 3 lines even after this video is done. But once that's all said and done, my network is now 3 lines rather than just 2. And we have buses, and a train, and more buses. So we haven't done much this episode. However, once this bus line kicks in, we should be able to get a bit more of a wriggle on. Oh good. Actually, I'm going to change what side that comes in on, because that way they don't cross. So, on that note, I'll see you in the next episode of Transport Fever 2. Goodbye.